Stranger Things was a massive hit last year. So much so that if people didn't dress up like the Joker and Harley Quinn for Halloween, they probably went as one of the characters from this show. With season 2 just around the corner, we thought we'd take a look back at season 1. But instead of looking at all the things they did right, we're gonna look at a couple of things they got wrong. There's not a lot of them, but there's a couple. Here are all the mistakes you didn't notice in Stranger Things season 1. And if this is your first time at Screen Rant, please do consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell to stay up to date with our videos. The science teacher, Mr. Clark, did a great job of explaining what the upside down is. Except no, he didn't. Clark draws a diagram on a paper plate with a stickman and a flea and a tightrope. He basically says the acrobat can move along the rope and the flea can move in other dimensions along the sides of the rope or underneath it, hence the upside down. But somebody doesn't think that was the best analogy. A cosmologist named Ranga Ramchari explained that in that analogy, even if the flea is upside down, he's still in the same dimension as the acrobat. Or in other words, negative x is the same as positive x. So Mr. Clark might need to go back to the drawing board, or in this case, to the paper plate. The tough thing about making a show set in a certain time period is you need to make sure every single thing you show existed at that time. Otherwise, it kind of breaks the illusion. Like if the Upside Down had an open Wi-Fi network, you'd be like, that didn't exist back then. They didn't have Wi-Fi in 1983. Evil dimensions. For the most part, season 1 did a great job with this, but a couple of things did slip through the cracks. Like the fact that it took place in 1983, but Barb was driving a 1988 Volkswagen Cabrio, or the fact that their walkie-talkies first appeared in the 1985 Radio Shack catalog. There's also a scene between Will and Jonathan where they listen to Light That Never Goes Out, a lovely song from the Smiths from 1986. Even the Demogorgon wasn't exactly in the right time. The little figurine that played a huge role in the season didn't come out until 1984. And just to circle back for a second, if the Upside Down did have a Wi-Fi network, what do you think it'd be called? Let me know in the comment section. Because a lot of the main characters were children, bicycles were one of the main modes of transportation in Stranger Things. And that's where this weird little mistake comes in. So the kids' bicycles all emit bright white lights at night, but during the day they're pretty clearly orange. Now film crews would use an orange gel on a light to balance it out at night for the cameras, but it looks like they either forgot or didn't bother to take those off for the day shoots. In some shots you can even see the tape holding the gels in place. This one was pretty obvious for everybody, but the United States government still felt the need to point out that this part of Stranger Things wasn't accurate. So in the season, there's a lot of pretty crazy stuff going on at the Department of Energy. We're talking evil scientists and monsters and other dimensions. It was like the hub for bad guys. And the real-life Department of Energy wanted people to know that's not what they do. So they put out an article on the official government website explaining, amongst other things, that the Hawkins lab doesn't exist, they don't mess around with monsters, and they don't play around in other dimensions. Thanks for clearing that up, I guess. That's it for today's quick list. Let us know in the comment section what you thought of these mistakes and if you spotted any others. Also, what do you think is gonna happen in Stranger Things Season 2? If you're watching this on Facebook, you can hit the link to jump over to YouTube and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Oh, I'm gonna die.